Very good evening and welcome to one and all on this fourth day of this FDP on sustainable innovative practices for a better future. After 3 days of intensive and enlightening sessions, we all have been inspired by the visionary ideas that have broadened our perspectives. We will continue to build on knowledge and insights gained with the same enthusiasm, and we encourage refined understanding by collaborating with such learned resource persons. So, the goal is to make today's sessions also as fruitful and is inspiring as the last ones. So today I welcome in charge of the day, Madam Pratima. And now over to you, Madam Pratima.
Thank you, Gagan. Thank you for the word. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, welcome to Atal FDP, where transformation begins with you. As ma'am has said, we have entered day 4 of FDP, and I'm sure all the previous sessions of the FDP have been quite enriching and inspiring. So, let's begin with this session. But there are certain points which I have been instructed to talk about. सबसे पहले है कि please all the participants join with your Atal ID. Secondly, the attendance link will be shared after 10 minutes of the session, the beginning of the session, and all the participants are requested to fill the form. Another thing, please keep yourself mute, and sufficient time will be given for question answer session. So avoid asking questions in between the session as the speaker gets distracted. Another thing, ma'am, before we begin today's session, let's take a moment to acknowledge the difficult situation unfolding in parts of our country. The ongoing floods in Punjab, Himachal, and surrounding regions have brought immense hardship to many lives. Our hearts and prayers go out to all those affected. We pray for safety, strength, and swift recovery for every individual and community impacted. With that positive intent and collective energy, let's channel our focus to today's session to grow, to learn, to contribute meaningfully to our roles as educator and mentors. Today is session 7 and day 4. And the topics we are going to discuss today is the Startup India, which was already taken yesterday. And the part 2 of that is Make in India. The resource person with us is Dr. Bibhu Parsad. It is my privilege to introduce our esteemed speaker for today's session. Mr. Bibhu is a highly respected academician with over 28 years of experience in the fields of accounting, finance, taxation. He currently serves as the professor and head of department of the business economics at Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Khalsa College, University of Delhi. In addition to his academic contributions, he has been offering his expert services to Tata Consultancy Services since 2017, bridging the gap between the industry practices and academic framework. His keen insight and understanding of India's economic landscape makes him a very well-suited resource person to speak on today's topic, a theme closely aligned with our national vision of fostering innovation, sustainability, entrepreneurship, and self-reliance. We are honored to have you with us, sir. And over to you, sir, for your lecture on Startup India and Make in India.
Thank you, ma'am. That is a slide, correct, sir? My lecture today is the Startup India and Social Entrepreneurship, right?
Okay, right, sir.
I covered yesterday Make in India, right?
Okay.
Already I covered that part. So I have not taken any question and session. So I will keep last 15 minutes reserved for any question and session, right?
Yes, sir.
So let me start, right? I believe I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
So friend, good evening to all. So yesterday I talked about the Make in India. I discussed in detail. Today I will cover two topics, that is Startup India and Social Entrepreneurship. I believe all these three topics might be Make in India or Startup India or Social Entrepreneurship. Mostly all the three topics are quietly related to each other. And Startup India and Make in India, both are the, you can say, twin sisters. They are quite correlated towards each other. So I covered in detail yesterday Make in India. So today I'm going to, in first half, I've talked about the Startup India, why it is important, how it is playing, what are the success story, who are the best players in the Startup India, how India is playing, right? All sort of things I'll cover. In the second part, I will cover social entrepreneurship. We already know this entrepreneurship. What is social entrepreneurship? How it is playing, right? So all sort of things I will cover, right? Thank you. So friend, what is Startup India and why it is required? So there is a Startup and Startup India. So Startup India, I think it was the concept, though it is an old concept, but however, formally it was launched on 16th July 2016 by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, right? The objective was, the goal was to make a strong ecosystem and moreover to create a job in the environment. Here the Prime Minister appealed to the young entrepreneur, don't come for the job. You should be the provider of the job. You should not be seeker of the job. This was the objective of the Startup India. And the definition of Startup India, they defined that the company or the partnership firm, whatever may be, it should be less than 10 years old. Then what are the things, who will come under the Startup India? The entity should be less than 10 years old. The entity should, his turnover should be less than 100 crores. And moreover, that entity must work towards innovation. If that entity will work towards innovation, it means it will be called as Startup India. So what is slogan of Startup India? Startup India, Stand Up India. So what is the meaning of Startup India, Stand Up India? Right. As I said that it was being launched by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in 2016 after he launched the Make in India in 2014. As I said, that idea was to motivate our young youth entrepreneur, young youth innovative entrepreneur to start its own venture and create job for the society, not only for society but also for the betterment of India. In this program, they emphasize two aspects. Startup India, it means promoting young entrepreneurship who are interested for any new things, any new innovation, and Stand Up India. Here they are encouraging inclusive growth. Very important, inclusive growth. Mostly prior to Startup India, it is believed that entrepreneurship means it is the men's job. It was believed that it is perception among the entrepreneur, among the edupreneur, whatever may be. It's men's job. The Stand Up India means it should be inclusive growth. Both men and women should come forward and create something new. Objective is to help the marginalized section, to help the poor section. So it was the two slogans they gave, Startup India and Stand Up India. What are the main objective? The main objective is promote entrepreneurship, right? And encourage innovation. Everybody is producing the product. However, you have to create some new things, new product that I will discuss, right? And moreover, objective was to create a large-scale employment opportunity, right? And to make a boost India's position as a manufacturing hub globally. This was 3-4 important key objectives. Startup India, the creator of the Startup India, thought for that if the India will go for Startup India, these are the 3 objectives they can fulfill. Anyway, so what are the main characteristics? The first characteristics of Startup India is that whenever one is interested to create any kind of innovative product, he can go for registration. If one is registering through a company portal, it is a very lengthy procedure. Therefore, our DPIT create a simple online register platform where the Startup India creator, who are the innovators, they can register their company very easily. Even if they can register through mobile app. And moreover, they simplify the entity who are coming under Startup India, various kinds of labor laws and environmental laws. So friend, to create an entity in India, there are a lot of red tape. This is the reason why we are not able to invite sufficient FDI, sufficient companies who are investing largely in China, Vietnam, or any other developing countries. Still, India is not a good destination for them due to the red tape, due to the difficult laws, due to the difficult labor laws, due to the difficult environmental laws, due to a lot of red tape. So for the startup, Indian government made lot of simplification in their laws, right? Okay. Apart from simplifying the laws, Indian government started providing some kind of funds to the Startup India creators. They create a corpus around 10,000 crore rupees to make a support to the creators of Startup India who are interested to create any kind of job, any kind of company, any kind of entities. Apart from that, they provide tax incentives. It means since its inception, up to the 3 years, they are exempted any kinds of capital gains. And moreover, government is interested to provide credit guarantee scheme. What is credit guarantee scheme? If they will take any kind of loans from the any kind of banks or financial institution, they will get a collateral free security. Collateral free security. It means there is no guarantee. If they will fail, the government will pay their rest of the money. So this was some kind of environment government created by creating the concept of Startup India. Though I can say Startup India created 2016, but it is not a new concept. Prior to 2016, also, many Startup India got a success story. I will discuss in detail at least 8 to 10 case study I would like to discuss before you of what are the success story for the Startup India. Okay. Another features, Startup India, Government of India provided industry academia partnership. They encourage industrialists, academicians, they create incubators in various colleges, they create research park, they create startup centers to encourage, to create various kind of entrepreneurs who will be interested to bring some innovation things, who will be interested to find a gap in the business, right? So that's why they create a collaboration among the academic institutions, and moreover, who are interested to register under Startup India, there is a position that there is a single window facilitation. It means through single window, all kind of bureaucratic hurdles can be cleared. The Government of India provides the platform. And moreover, very interesting features in the Startup India, if within 90 days, if one is interested to exit, he can. There is no difficulties. So that means one can easily enter and one can easily exit if he feels so suffocated. So this is another features of Startup India. So again the slogan was from job seeker to job creator. So the objective is through Startup India, one will create various segment of jobs from the lower class to upper class, from the lower section to upper sections. It means the objective of Startup India was from job seeker to job creator, right? Okay. Apart from that, government also providing some kind of legal support, like the intellectual property right protection, some kind of legal advice to the Startup India creator, right? Okay. In Startup India, there are 4 to 5 stakeholders. As you know that central government, state government, and the major stakeholder is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Whosoever will register under this scheme, they have to register under the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. if they will register under the DPIIT, they will be eligible to get seed funds from the government, or they will get some kind of government benefits if they will only register under Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Okay. Another stakeholder are different stakeholder incubators, venture capitalists, and academic institutions. Okay. So as I said that all this, all the Startup India creators will be given collateral-free security loan. So what is collateral-free security loan? This is very important step, friends. Indian government created another concept I'll discuss in detail, collateral loan for the small trader. So broadly we can say the vision for the Startup India is to build a strong ecosystem to create innovative industries in India, and mission is to create job and to create employment in the India. Okay, this is the success story of Startup India. So far, around 1.6 lakh startup recognized through DPIIT, and they have created around 17.6 lakh job created up till 2024. And significantly, remarkably, out of this, there are 75,000 women entrepreneurs who have registered in the Startup India, right? So why I'm emphasizing that the main objective of Startup India was inclusive growth. Inclusive means in India, there is a concept that only male can be the creator, male can be the employee, whatever may be. So women segments were little bit neglected class, right? But through Startup India, it is being seen that many women entrepreneurs, they are coming forward and registering through DPIIT. So there is a 75,000 women entrepreneur register under Startup India program. So this is a remarkable achievement through Startup India. Okay. So then what are the eligibility criteria? Who can be eligible for the startup recognition? Is there any eligibility? Yes. Government has laid down an eligibility criteria. Otherwise, all company will come and register under Startup India and get all the benefits. So what is the eligibility? Number one, age of the entry. The age of the entry for the Startup India should not be more than 10 years. Right? उस कंपनी का उम्र 10 साल से कम हो. Right? Number two, the Startup India must be incorporated either as a private limited company or as a partnership firm or as a LLP. Right? Another condition, if it is a biotech startup, the age limit should be less than 15 years. And mostly the age limit should be less than 10 years. Otherwise, for the biotech, it is less than 15 years. And another condition for the Startup India, their annual turnover should not exceed 100 crores since the inception. जब से उनका इंसेप्शन हुआ, कभी भी किसी साल उनका annual turnover should not exceed 100 crores. This is another condition they have laid down. Only then they can register under DPIIT. So another condition that entities should work towards innovation. That entities should work towards improvement of product. The entities should work towards any kind of new product. Then only they can register under startup. Otherwise, what will happen? A new company, they can split into 4-5 and get registered into Startup India and get benefit. So again, another condition Government of India laid down. The startup must be not formed by a splitting of existing business. आप अपने existing business को 2-3 भाग में बांट दो and get benefit. No. So that's why if you want to register under Startup India, because under Startup India, Government of India provided a lot of exemption. There is tax incentive, there is a seed fund. So if you want to avail all kind of benefits, you have to fulfill their condition. Then only you can register under Startup India. Right? So another thing that if you want to avail, you have to register under DPIIT. If and DPIIT must recognize your Startup India. then only you can avail any kind of government benefit, right? And another condition, both Indian citizen and NRI can apply under Startup India. And who are the innovative sectors? Innovative sectors in the IT, agriculture, healthcare, renewable energy, fintech, any innovative sectors that you can register. Okay. Okay. Another that if you will get registered on the DPIIT, you will be eligible to get seed support, seed fund. That means beginning capital to start your ventures from the government of India, right? So this is possible if you will be able to register under DPIIT. This is the main condition, right? Okay. So as such, through DPIIT, as of now, 31st December 2023, around 1,17,254 startups already registered, and they have created direct indirect job around 12.42 lakhs job. Okay, and it has spread around 80% district of India. Okay. So what is the figure of Startup India state-wise statistics, friends? So as of now, 2025, there is a statistics. The Andaman Nicobar and Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Bihar, the highest is the Maharashtra. This is the figure, friend, state-wise figure. Himachal Pradesh, in almost all states, there is some startup for India. So highest figure is the Maharashtra, around 25,000 some figure, and because Maharashtra is the main hub for the startup India. So Maharashtra is the top figure. Second by the Karnataka, around 16,954. Delhi, around again 16,356. And fourth one is the 15,360. These are the top states who are registered in the DPIIT under the Startup India scheme, right? Maharashtra, Karnataka, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh. So despite all, almost all states, there is some kind of Startup India, right? Anyway, so technology-wise, again, Maharashtra is the number one, and the second is Uttar Pradesh, third is the Gujarat. Technology-wise startup, right? Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana. Okay, then those are the seeking funds. Most of the startup from the Maharashtra, they are getting the seed fund. Then Karnataka, Delhi, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh. Okay, startup closure, very important. Startup closure till the late 2024. It means they did not get success. Around 929 startup closed in Maharashtra. In Karnataka, there are around 644 startup closed due to various reasons. In Delhi also, there are around 593 startup closed. In Uttar Pradesh also, these are the 4-5 top states where these are the figure of startup closed. That means they did not get due success. Okay. Okay. So as I said that those are registering under the Startup India under the DPIIT, they will get tax exemption under 80 IAC tax exemption, and also they will get the angel tax exemption under section 56 that I do not want to discuss in details. Okay. Okay. So apart from that, if I will talk about the worldwide data and what is the India's position, most of the startups are being arises from the United States of India. So therefore, the United States of India constitute nearly 46.6% global startup activity, and the second is mostly China. Okay, almost Japan, Germany, etc. But however, India, China also top contributor. They are in the top 20s, not top 10s. Okay, there are about 665 million entrepreneurs worldwide. In 2025, startup ecosystem growth around 21% to the previous year. Every year there is 20% growth of the startup worldwide. Look at here, the first startup place in the worldwide is United States, second is UK, third is the Israel, then the Singapore. Okay, so in top 10, India's position, neither India nor China is able to secure any places. However, I believe India's position is 22. Okay, 22 startup, 22 positions, right? it was 22 or 19, 22, sir, 22. Okay. So anyway, so far as India is concerned, who are the top 10 emerging startup India? Who are the successful startup India after 2016? So I'll give a deliberation before you. Success after 2016 when the Startup India formally launched. Success prior to 2016, right? So one of the success story, I believe, Zepto. Zepto, it is a kind of technology, information and the internet India. It is started from the Mumbai. I will discuss in detail. These are the top 10 startup India. Lucidity, Growth Edge, JAR. Okay. These are the some startup India, top 10 startup India who start their business after 2016. Right? Again, I'm saying, तो जरूरी नहीं startup India 2016 से आए. No. From the 2016 onwards, Government of India formalized the startup in India. Prior 2016, there are many startups. They got success also. Okay. Under Startup India, another important scheme I believe, which is helping to create Startup India is Mudra Yojana. Mudra Yojana, which was launched on 8th April 2015 to the street vendors or small businessmen. The objective is to provide them collateral-free security, collateral-free loan, 10 lakh to 20 lakhs to them to start their business, to start their ventures. Okay? Otherwise, क्या होता था उससे पहले वो मनी लेंडर से पैसा लेते थे एंड मनी लेंडर उनको इतना इंटरेस्ट चार्ज करता था कभी वो सक्सेस नहीं हो पाते. So as a result of which, Government of India distribute huge amount of loan through Mudra Yojana and many entrepreneurs got success. The data says that in 15-16, 3.49 crore loan were sanctioned and in 2023-24, the loan, this is the loan number, increased to 6.67 crores. Okay. And what is the amount disbursed? Up to 2024-25, Government of India disbursed around 33.65 lakh crore. Could you imagine? Huge amount, right? 33.65 lakh crores. This is all collateral free security. Government guarantee. अगर बिजनेसमैन डूब गया, बैंक को रिकवर सरकार से करेगा. Okay, this is the this is the Government of India figure. In 15-16, loan sanctioned to the 3.49 crore people. However, up to 2023-24, the Indian government sanctioned loan to the 6.67 crore people, 6.67 crore trader. Okay, and the loan amount growth in 15-16 we disbursed around 1.38 lakh crore. However, in 2024-25, it is cumulated around 33.65 lakh crores. Friend, it is a very huge amount, right? So, Government of India is providing in this way also. Startup India is getting success. So, friend, I would like to discuss some success story before you who are the great success, who test the great success by creating Startup India. Like companies like Flipkart, Paytm, Oya Rooms, how they start, Zomato, etc. Okay, so Swiggy, so Zepto. Very interestingly, why I am talking about Zepto? Zepto created in 2021. So it is a quick commerce startup, which is called Q-commerce. We talk about the e-commerce. We talk about the m-commerce. They started a new concept, Q-commerce, which is called quick commerce. The objective was to deliver groceries and daily essentials to customers in the 10 minutes. 10 मिनट में आपके घर तक सामान पहुंच जाता है, वो भी सस्ते रेट से. कौन जाएगा आपके दुकान से माल परचेज करने के लिए? So it was created by Aditi Palicha and Kabalya Bhora, K. Bhora. Okay, and both are two Stanford dropout. Right, विदेश में पढ़ रहे थे, सक्सेस नहीं हुए. In 2021, they create the headquarter in Mumbai. And look, what was the business model? They operate through a network of dark store. Okay, okay, micro warehouse located strategically in cities. To objective is to send the grocery items, fruits, vegetables, dairy items, beverages, snacks within 10 minutes to the clients. Okay, nowadays now we are used to. We are using Zepto, we are using Flipkart for bringing any kind of groceries. Might be in the rural area, might be in the urban area. What are the target audience? The target audience was urban customer who are looking convenience speed, who do, जिनके पास टाइम नहीं है. Suppose husband और both are working, उनके पास टाइम है to go to the shopkeeper, give a queue, ask for the saman and take lot of time. So it is a 24-hour 7 days delivery. Anytime, any item, any kind of brands, whatever you want. Okay, so that's why it got success. In 2021 it create, right? Look at the success. As of 2023, Zepto has raised multiple round of fundings, became India's first unicorn of 2023, and it is valued within 2-3 years $1.4 billion. $1.4 billion. Friend, around 1 trillion in Indian rupees. 1 trillion rupees, friend. And who are the competitor? Swiggy, Instamart, Blinkit, Zomato, Big Basket, they are competitor. The new name. Why this Zepto? How this Zepto comes from? Zepto comes from meaning of Zepto means ultra fast delivery. When we say word liye, that's why it is Zepto, right? He is the person. Then another success story is Sprinto. It's a technology startup, friend. It was founded in the 2020. First, I will discuss the success story who got test under the Startup India after 2016. It was created in 2020 by the Girish and Raghubir. Okay, they were the frustrated people. Okay, they failed in various ventures, and finally they got success by creating Sprinto. It is a technology-driven solution company. Okay, what they offer various kind of technology solution, and as a result, nowadays it is a very costly, you can say, startup so far as India is concerned. Okay. Another is the Lucidity. It was also created 2021. Okay, it was created by Vatsala Rastogi and Nitin Baduria. Okay, they were having the prior experience of Microsoft. They already worked in the Microsoft, Swiggy, and many other company. So they identified a gap. What was the objective? They thought that enterprises upon provision cloud storage. Again, it is a technology company. So they create a company in such a way that it will cost around 70%. 70%. That's why they got success. Okay. Another interesting story is the what was the main objective? The battery smart. Battery smart, a success story of in EV battery swapping. Okay. This was created by Pulkit Khurana. Again, 2019. What they did? They observed that when they travel through e-rickshaw, they found that the e-rickshaw puller, they are getting they are facing a lot of problem to recharge their e-rickshaw battery. So they thought that why not we provide the this kind of facility to them. So they recognize the e-rickshaw drivers' hardship. As the e-rickshaw drivers were waiting in queue to charge their battery, as a result, their time was the timing, their cost, everything goes to the dustbin. So they provide affordable ultra fast battery swapping. For example, a e-rickshaw wants to recharge his battery. So immediately his battery will be replaced with another battery. So in this way, they create a platform and they got success. They make an advertisement that within 2 minutes, your e-rickshaw battery will be recharged. Okay. So every day they are swapping around 1 lakh plus e-rickshaw battery, and their revenue now touched around 63.5 crores. It is again another interesting startup who got test after 2016. Though there are many startups, they got test of success after 2016. There are many other startups also. They create a very good environment prior to 2016. For example, Flipkart. Flipkart was founded by Sachin Bansal and Vinay Bansal. Both are the IIT Delhi graduate and both were working in ex-Amazon employee. वो सोचे पहले हमने कि ऑनलाइन बुक स्टोर खोलेंगे, 4 लाख रुपया था फ्रेंड उनके पास. They had only 4 lakh rupees. Okay, nowadays their valuation is around $16 billion. Nowadays $16 billion. Sorry, current value is $35 billion. Okay, and they are now leading player in the Indian e-commerce. Right? These are the two persons, Sachin Bansal and Vinay Bansal, who create the Flipkart. Okay. Another concept is now known figure in the education field. Why those? Okay. It was created by Ravinder. Okay. So he was from Kerala. Okay. He started he was a CAT topper. First he think that how to coach how to give tuition and education to the CAT aspirant. Okay. He created his company in 2011 in the name of Think and Learn Private Limited. After that, he launched Byju's in 2015. And mostly in post-COVID era, they got lot of success. They started teaching to their friend who are aspirant in the CAT exam. Okay. Then they focused on the visual learning and interactive videos. Okay. Then nowadays their valuation is around $22 billion. Look, from the small startup, they reached around the top position. Nowadays, they are facing little problem. Again, it is around they have already provide service around 115 million students. Okay, they got success mostly after COVID-19. Okay, after COVID-19, online education got a success. Everybody was interested in online education. As a result, Byju's get lot of success. Okay. Another interesting story, Ritesh Agrawal, Oyo Group. Okay, he's a school dropout friend. He's a school dropout. Okay. He was from Odisha, just after 12, probably in the BA first year also, he did not continue his college education. Then he traveled. Then he started his one company, Oravel Stay, and later he converted into Oyo Group. Okay, why he converted into Oyo Group? Okay, there is a story. He is a person, Ritesh Agrawal. What he was one day, once upon time, he was staying in a small time hotel. He found that small time hotels are not getting a lot of success. Okay, they are being overpowered by good hotels. So that's why he create a chain of 2-3 star hotel. Okay, create a budgeted hotels and offer to the customers in a very minimum rates. As a result, Oyo is now a brand. Now it is working in a 80+ country, including China, UK, USA. It is a $10 billion company. Okay, and nowadays it is providing affordable stay to millions of travelers in a very reasonable cost. Okay, and it is now India's largest hotel chain for the students, for the frequent traveler who are interested to stay in a budgeted hotel. Okay, this is another success story so far as startup India is concerned. Another success story is Paytm. It was invented by Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Okay, he was from Aligarh. He studied in Delhi College of Engineering. Okay, he founded in 2010. Okay, now he started his company from the mobile recharge. He started his company from mobile recharge. Then he think about how to transfer money through mobile. And look, now Paytm is again a success story. And particularly after demonetization, they test lot of success. Because when India gradually moved towards cashless economy, now we are completely cashless. We are doing many transactions from our, and if we are doing 100 transactions in a day, almost 70 to 80% transaction we are doing through cashless, through Paytm, through UPI, through PhonePe. So through Paytm, so digitization in the India moved towards cashless transaction, and we move towards digitization of our financial sector. Okay, so he is the Vijay Shekhar Sharma, creator of the Paytm. Okay, another success story, Zomato, who created by Dipender Goyal. Okay, how he created this company. He's a IIT Delhi graduate. Okay, he was working in a pen and company में काम कर रहा था. उस time he noticed that many of his colleagues, they are clueless what to order. जो lunch hour में क्या मंगाया जाए, they are quite confused. So उसी से he noticed, and then he started creating a menu online, and he uploaded the online menus and asked the customer to check, to click any one of them. So in this way, Zomato is also now success story so far as Startup India is concerned. It is started an online restaurant directories with various menus and various reviews, and as a result, now in 2021, Zomato becomes India's first food delivery startup to go public through IPO, and he earned around 9,375 crores, and his current valuation is $20 billion. Okay, so another interesting startup story is Ola Cabs. ये उबर को देख के ओला कैब स्टार्ट हुआ. ओके, ये भवेश अग्रवाल IIT मुंबई ग्रेजुएट बंदा किया. He was earlier Microsoft employee. Okay, now Ola is the he's the Bhavesh Agrawal. Okay, now there is a Ola Electric, Ola Car, Ola Bus, many kind of diversification they have made, and it is a very good startup. They got success in a very reasonable time. Okay, now their valuation is around $7 to $8 billion. Okay, now they have diversified to many other sectors. Okay, another interesting startup India is Falguni Nayar, Nykaa success story. Okay, Nykaa success story means look, he found a gap in Indians beauty product who are interested for the personal care, mostly for the girls and women. Okay, she started the online cosmetic platform, skin cares and wellness product, and now it's a very good brand, and her current value is around $13 billion. So again, it is a another good startup story, Nykaa. Okay, there is Snapdeal, another success story. Okay, they created the Kunal Pal and Rohit Bansal. Okay, so many other startup story I would like to another startup story prior to 2016 is the Nandan Nilekani and N.R. Narayan Murthy. ये दोनों Infosys को कहाँ तक पहुंचाई है आपको पता है. Again, so these are some startup story I discussed before you. So still there, India is facing a lot of challenge so far startup India is concerned. The major challenge in startup India is the access of funds. Neither India or the North Indian government providing funds in a reasonable interest rate. So you have to provide. If they are ready to take risk, we have to provide lot of funds, seed capital to them. Then only they can create startup. Okay. Another challenge is regulatory hurdles. Though Indian government try to simplify a lot of laws, environment laws, they are asking for the single window clearance. Still, there is a lot of regulatory hurdles, and people are afraid to create a job. And that's why Indians are not Indians are only job seekers. They are not job creators. We must encourage for the job creators. We should not always be job seekers. Okay. So market competition. So a new company cannot compete with the players, the established player. So government of India should provide the market-wise help. Government of India should provide the infrastructural help. Government of India should provide the technological help to the startup India. Okay, so a lot of facilities most of government of India should provide it if they want to create a good environment so far as startup India is concerned. So friend, in the last 9 years, startup India journey is around 1.59 lakh startup India recognized under DPIIT. The figure is as of now 15th January 2025. As of October 31st, 24, they have created around 16.67 lakh jobs, and out of that around 73,151 women directors. It means women entrepreneurs. So this is the achievement. I believe this is the remarkable achievement India has achieved so far, being a developing countries. Okay. So this is the registry. In 2016, only 500 startup registered. In 2025, look at the register, 1.59 lakh startup registered under DPIIT. Because abhi hum manenge who will register under DPIIT. Okay. Okay. So core feature of Startup India initiative. Now Indian government is is facilitating ease of doing business. Indian government is offering to Startup India tax benefit. Indian government is offering funding support to the Startup India. Indian government is providing sector specific policies for the some new things from the agriculture, some new things for the renewable energy. That means they're creating sector specific policies for each sector to facilitate the entrepreneur, to encourage the entrepreneur to establish in specific sector like energy, renewable energy, agriculture, biotechnology, etc. Okay. So these are the industry leading job creation so far as startup is concerned. Maximum job creation in startup are being from the IT service. Okay. Then the second one is the healthcare and life science. Okay. Then education also created lot of job in the so far as startup is concerned. Okay. So these are the things I discussed before you so far as Startup India is concerned. Okay. The next aspect I would like to discuss the entrepreneurship or so-called the social entrepreneurship. So friend, whatever the questions I will take the last 10-15 minutes so far as Startup India is concerned, so far as Make in India is concerned. So let me discuss before you social entrepreneurship. So friend, as you know that who are the entrepreneur? So I can say entrepreneur is the person who are ready to take risk, who can conceive idea, who should be the innovator, who should be a risk taker. Then only he can be called as entrepreneur. In India, you will find the various kinds of entrepreneur, friends. Let me discuss. In India and world, entrepreneurs are being divided into various categories. Okay, one is the traditional entrepreneurs. Traditional entrepreneur is the person जो सब्जी बेचता है, जो ग्रोसरी बेचता है, बेकरी बेचता है, क्लॉथ बेचता है, बुटीक करके बैठ गया. You can say they are the traditional entrepreneurs. Okay. So serial entrepreneurs is very interesting. Serial entrepreneurs are not content with just one business idea. They are diversifying their business. They are driven by a constant stream of new idea and the challenge of building something successful from the ground up. For example, serial entrepreneurs, friend, Elon Musk. देखिए, कार से स्पेस तक चला गया बंदे ने. कार बनाने से स्पेस तक चला गया. And the great example is the Elon Musk. He can be called as serial entrepreneur. Another one is the Big Basket, Bluestone. So many other entrepreneurs will come under the serial entrepreneurs. They are not stuck with one business. They are diversifying. That's why they can be called as serial entrepreneurs. Corporate entrepreneurship. Corporate entrepreneurship means Amazon, you can say it's a corporate entrepreneurship. Okay, they create. Okay, another kind, imitative entrepreneurship. Imitative entrepreneurship means they are not creating new one. They are following another business. For example, you can say Ola. Ola imitate Uber. Okay, Ola imitate Uber. There was Uber business. So they follow Uber, how Uber is doing business, and they create another platform, Ula. Okay, so this is the imitative entrepreneurship. Another kind of entrepreneurship, you can say tech entrepreneurship. Tech entrepreneurship means they are technologically they are sound. Technologically they are sound. Their innovation is towards technological product. For example, look at here. They are interested in software development. They are interested in hardware development. They are interested in AI. That's why they can be called as technological entrepreneurship. For example, Microsoft is the fittest example of technology entrepreneurs. Infosys is the fittest example for the technological entrepreneurship. Okay, so green entrepreneurship. Green entrepreneurship means who are developed to protect the environment. They are creating environment sustainable products. They are promoting eco-friendly practices. Okay, so they can be called as green entrepreneurship. For example, one is doing business in solar industry, so they can be called as green entrepreneurship. One is doing business to recycle the waste, they can be called as green entrepreneurship. Okay, so there are many kind of green entrepreneurs are there. Okay, another kind of entrepreneurship is international entrepreneurship. International entrepreneurship means the person who is doing business across the world. In every country they are having business. They can be called as international entrepreneurship. Okay, scalable startup entrepreneurship. Okay, scalable startup entrepreneurship, they are ready to take a high risk. They can expand their industry up to any extent. Okay, so there are small business entrepreneurship. In this way, entrepreneurship are being divided into various categories. So out of them, one entrepreneur is social entrepreneurship. After discussing various kinds of entrepreneurship, one entrepreneurship, now it is a discussion point. When we talk about the environment, we talk about the pollution, is the social entrepreneurship. Okay, what is social entrepreneurship and why it is important in the 21st century? Right? Who are the leading social entrepreneur in India? I would like to discuss before you. In last 15 minutes, I'll focus the social entrepreneurship. So friend, social entrepreneurship is a form of entrepreneurship who are ready to solve social problem, who are ready to protect environment. They can be called as social entrepreneur. Their objective is not to create profit. Their objective is to serve society. Then they will be called as social entrepreneur. Many NGO can be coming under social entrepreneurship. Their objective is not to serve, not to create profit, but to serve society. Okay. So who are the social entrepreneur? Who are interested to solve social problem? Who are interested to solve environmental problem? Whose vision is the social reformer? Whose vision is to serve society? Whose vision is not to earn profit? They can be called as social entrepreneur. So, social entrepreneur should be innovative one. Social entrepreneur should be risk taker. Social entrepreneur should be ethical one. Ethical means they should have moral value. Okay, social entrepreneur should be inclusive one. Okay, so that social entrepreneur should not be social entrepreneurship should not be created not for profit, but for to provide society some kind of services, to marginal people, some kind of services to poor people. Okay, what are the main characteristics of social entrepreneur? to create social entrepreneurs, to create social awareness, whose entrepreneurship dedicated towards human being, to focus on financial sustainability, who are quite adaptable, who are flexible, and who are ethical. Okay, they will be called as social entrepreneur. Right? So let me discuss difference between the social entrepreneur and the entrepreneur. The main objective of social entrepreneurship is to solve social problem, to protect environment, to solve community problem. However, the main objective of a business entrepreneur is to create profit, and profits. Okay? एक बिजनेसमैन को पूछा जाएगा व्हाट विल बी योर प्रॉफिट परसेंटेज, वो कभी नहीं बोलेगा। मौका पड़े उस प्रोडक्ट को 200-500% प्रॉफिट में भी बेच सकता है, मौका पड़े उसको लॉस में भी बेच सकता है। सो बिजनेसमैन वो बोलते ना, बिजनेस एंड बिजनेसमैन आर टू सेपरेट पर्सन। बिजनेस का बॉस पड़े अपने बिजनेसमैन से भी प्रॉफिट कमाने के लिए तैयार बढ़ जाता है। ओके, देयर इज नो रिलेशनशिप सो फार एज बिजनेस एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इज कंसर्न। ओके, okay, so far as value creation is concerned, social entrepreneurship creates social value. However, business entrepreneurship creates shareholders value. They try to maximize the shareholders value. Another important distinction is the whatever earned from the social entrepreneurship, that will be reinvested in that business only. That profit will not be enjoyed by the social entrepreneur. However, whatever earned from the business entrepreneur, the profit will be enjoyed by the shareholder and the owner. Okay? So how you can evaluate social entrepreneurship success? Social entrepreneurship success can be evaluated by evaluating its social mission. Whatever outcomes from the social mission, that is his impact. However, business entrepreneurship can be valued by valuing its ROI, by evaluating its market share. Okay, some of the examples of social entrepreneurs are Grameen Bank. Some of the examples of business entrepreneurs are Flipkart, Ola, etc. Okay, so now people are talking about social youth entrepreneurship. This is another concept. It means if some youth, they are interested to serve society and create business for the society, they will be called as social youth entrepreneurs. They refer to young people establishing business who can address the social issue, who can address the environmental issue, and simultaneously they will also interested to generate some kind of revenue. पैसा नहीं आएगा तो बिजनेस नहीं चलेगा, पैसा तो चाहिए, but they are not interested to charge higher price from the customer. They want to do business with the cost to cost or having some marginal profits. Okay, that's why they will be called as social entrepreneurship, right? Okay, so I would like to discuss before you, friend, some interesting social entrepreneur. One, you can say Amul revolution. Amul. It was the concept given by the Varghese Kurian. Okay, he is the father of the white revolution. So friend, kabhi India was the deficit in the milk producing state. Now we are the surplus in the milk producing state. It is believed that India is producing largest milk among the world. Okay, and probably there is a quarrel between the Prime Minister Modi and the Trump साहब के बीच में. One of the issues is the dairy sector. America is expecting India should open for the FDI in the dairy sectors. Okay, India को force करते हैं इंडियन को, जो इंडियन में 140 करोड़ लोग हैं, अगर डायरी सेक्टर अमेरिका के लिए खोला जाएगा, उनका डायरी वाले आके यहाँ बेचेंगे, सस्ते रेट में मिल्क बेचेंगे. Indian government is defiant to open any kind of FDI in the dairy sectors. Okay, so some other another social entrepreneur is the Salu Marda Thimika. It's a South Indian Amma. They are called as, is the Padma Shri Award winner. Okay, He is serving the downtrodden people, marginalized people. Okay. So another interested social entrepreneur is the Urvasi Sahani. Urvasi Sahani. So what is the concept? What he is offering to the society? He created a NGO, or you can say business, SHEF, Study Hall Education Foundation. Okay. She born in Lucknow, and earlier she faced the gender bias. That is, she faced gender bias. One of her cousin suffered due to the dowry related accident. Then she thought that she should create a kind of social NGO which is called as SHEF, and to help the underprivileged people. Till the date, she helped around 10,000 students, 10,000 needy students, to 10,000 needy students. They offered that, and moreover, 1 lakh teachers they have trained. They transformed around 1,040 schools. They reached over 20 million community members. So, lot of social issues is addressing. Okay. Another social entrepreneurs, I'm talking about the best social entrepreneurs who are identified in India. Sarada Vivek Sagar. Okay. He founded a Dexterity Global, a social enterprise that creates opportunity for the marginalized youth in India. Okay. Objective is, what was his objective? His objective is to focus on creating sustainable jobs for the poorest people, for the underprivileged citizen. Okay. He born in Patna, Bihar. Okay. Nowadays, he provide various kinds of job to the dexterity peoples. Okay. Sorry, the underprivileged people. Okay. So another is Riya Sharma. She is helping to the acid attack survivor. Acid attack survivor. Okay. She created NGO. She helped many acid attack survivor. After acid attack, they are helping legally to them. They are providing medical aid. They are providing legal help. They are providing education. They are providing vocational training to them and offering job to them also. Okay, in this way also, she is also providing a lot of service to the acid attack survivor. Okay, so another interesting social entrepreneur I can say, who is helping to the underprivileged people, Agneshwar Jayaprakash. Okay, he founded his NGO, or you can say entrepreneurship, in 2013. Okay, his motto was to help to the underprivileged people in India to achieve their dream. Mostly the underprivileged people, if they are interested for study, they are not able to achieve the higher education. उनके पास इतना पैसा नहीं होता है हायर एजुकेशन को अचीव करने के लिए. So he started offering scholarship and educational opportunity to the needy students who are under the low income family groups. He provides training and support to them, and in this way he got lot of success, and he helped lot of peoples. Okay. Another interesting social entrepreneur, Arushi Batra. Okay. They are being called as Robin Hood Army. तो क्या होता है, इनका स्टोरी क्या है? She is the graduate of JMC Delhi, Jesus and Mary College Delhi. तो Robin Hood Army means when they visited the marriage pandal, they found that there is a lot of food waste. बहुत सारी food wastage आ रहा था. So they immediately collect all kind of food waste from the shadi, all kind of functions, which are the excess foods from the restaurants in daily basis. They are collecting by employing their volunteers. They are called as Robin Hood Army, and after collecting the foods, they are sending to the needy people who are not getting twice meal in a day. Okay, in this way, he's doing a very noble cause. Okay, they are collecting all kind of waste food, all kind of excess food, not only from the marriage pandal but also from all the restaurants, and and distributing among the needy, beggars, and the you can say the poor peoples. Okay. Now the organization has expanded into 27 cities and 4 countries. Okay, and around 5,000 people working under her leadership. Right. Okay. So she's also one of the greatest examples so far as social entrepreneur is concerned. Okay. So some another social entrepreneur is the Dhruv Lakara. Dhruv Lakara. What he did? He wanted to start a social venture in India. He started his social venture in 2008. Okay. He provided MBA scholarships to the top class students who are interested to study, who are interested to pursue the higher educations. In this way, he has provided 21,000 MBA scholarship to many MBA graduates. So there are, friends, many social entrepreneurs in India you will find. So they are doing for the noble cause. They are serving to the society. So business, not only the true meaning of the business is to earn profit. But if one is pursuing social entrepreneur, his business, his main aim is to serve society. Okay, friends. With this note, I'm winding up my lectures, since I'm inviting questions from all these 3 areas: Make in India, Startup India, and social entrepreneurship. So I am ready to take many other questions. Okay, so there are many other social entrepreneurs are there. मैं knowingly 15 मिनट रख दिया डिस्कशन के लिए. So I'm inviting question. Okay.
I invite the participants to please, in case you have any questions for sir, the session is open for question answers. Sir, I think I can start with the question. While I'm just listening to your lecture, I had this question in my mind, that are there any specific industries which can become the part of Make in India? Like the preference will be given to such industries, or any industry can be part of Make in India?
Any industry, also that, though they have identified 27 sectors.
Okay.
Some are from the manufacturing sector, some are from the service sectors. But any industry can come under Make in India, including defense. Defense. Because earlier, Indian government were not interested to open for the foreign player to manufacture under Make in India, so far as defense sector is concerned. But nowadays, Indian government, they are providing up to, they are expecting up to 74% FDI. That means if a foreign player is interested to manufacture under defense sector, they have to first select a Indian manufacturer.
Okay.
Okay. Then only they can, with the taking with the Indian partner, they can start manufacturing. For example, BrahMos. BrahMos अभी सक्सेस मिला आपको? इंडिया बच गया. BrahMos के चलते इंडिया बच गया. अदरवाइज पता नहीं क्या होता है, क्या नहीं होता. So probably पंजाब, दिल्ली, हरियाणा पहले अफेक्टेड होते हैं. हाँ, मैं तब वो हरियाणा में था मैडम, वो कुरुक्षेत्र यूनिवर्सिटी में था जिस दिन हिसार में अटैक हुआ. तो मेरा एक लेक्चर था कुरुक्षेत्र यूनिवर्सिटी में. एकदम रात को, मतलब ऐसे आया ऑर्डर, भागो यहाँ से. So BrahMos help us. So it is a Russian and Indian partnership. Okay. Nowadays Russia is also offering to us the S400 manufacture करो, S500 manufacture करो. But Indian condition is that आपने इंडिया में manufacture ढूंढो, partnership करो. Okay. Then only can create the defense sectors. But in many other sectors, they can create made in India product 100%, up to 100%. For example, mobile phone. Apple is creating 100% manufacturing in India. But in some critical sectors, they are offering up to a certain percentage. But any sectors can come and manufacture under Made in India.
That's really great, sir. Sir, chat box में questions तो भी नहीं आ रहे, but people are very happy with your lecture.
Under Make in India program, the government of India objective was two objectives. Actually, so far service sector is concerned, we are self-sufficient. Almost we are acquiring number 3 position. Okay, and 50-60% service sector industry हम capture करते हैं. But so far as manufacturing industry is concerned, 2-3%. Okay, and maximum percent is taken by the China. Almost 30% China is acquiring so far as manufacturing. तभी तो अमेरिका को आंख दिखा रहा है. America imposed earlier 145% tariff on China. China squeezed. भाई मैं ये नहीं बेचूंगा, अमेरिका का फंक्शन ही बंद हो गया. So they reversed the tariff. अब इंडिया के ऊपर कर रहा है, इंडिया हाथ पर लगा रहा है, बट कुछ कर नहीं पा रहा. They are playing emotional card. Though in some sectors we are self-sufficient. For example, in the pharmaceutical, we are some extent we are self-sufficient. In that way, American did not impose any tariff on pharmaceutical. There is 0% tariff on pharmaceutical because pharmaceutical बंद हो जाएगा, उनका मेडिकल इंडस्ट्री का कॉस्ट बहुत बढ़ जाएगा. Okay, so in some sector we got success. In some sector we yet to achieve some success, but we have to mile go. Journey is very lengthy, so we have to try. Because we are the producer and we are the consumer. If we will be producer, we will be the consumer. Okay? Because 140 crores people, all are interested to do business with us. America problem क्या है? He is asking to open in 2 sectors. Terms आप बोलते 2 sector में आप खोल दीजिए, सब माफ है, agriculture and dairy. How can? Our farmer is having 2 acres land, 1 acres land. Their farmers having 10 hectares, ma'am. 10 hectares. Hundreds acres of land one farmer is having. Their cost of production, our cost of production is 10 and heaven difference. Our farmer depend upon subsidies. Okay? Their farmer is getting lot of facilities. So that's why it's very difficult for us to open the agriculture sectors. In another sector, they are asking for us to open in the dairy sectors. Okay? Dairy sectors, they are having lot of dairy product, but one emotional issue is there. उनका जो डायरी प्रोडक्ट का जो गाय वगैरह जो खाते हैं ना, बोलते जे मीट खाता है, ऐसे सुना था मीट खाता है. तो हमारा थोड़ा सा रिलीजियस इशू है, हम कई बार दूध को भगवान के ऊपर गॉड के ऊपर चढ़ाते हैं. सो इंडियन गवर्नमेंट इन दैट वे आल्सो नॉट इंटरेस्टेड टू ओपन द डायरी सेक्टर. These are the 2 sectors why the Trump is angry with us. Right, apart from his other personal issue like Nobel Prize, whatever may be. But these are 2 sectors. They're asking for, okay.
Any more?
There is a question in the chat, but what are the key stages in the social entrepreneurship process and what challenges typically arise at each stage?
कहाँ पे सर? चैट बॉक्स में?
हाँ सर, मिस्टर मुकिंद का एक क्वेश्चन है.
हाँ जी सर बताइए.
What are the key stages in the social entrepreneurship process and what challenges typically arise at each stage?
Exactly. If one is interested to go for social entrepreneurship, he has to face lot of challenges. Challenges will start from his own family side. अपने फैमिली से हुआ, क्या तूने देश सेवा करने चला गया, अपना क्या होगा? चैलेंजेस अपने फैमिली से स्टार्ट होगा. Challenges he will face from his own friend circle. Challenges he will face from the own peer circle. Okay, वो अपने सर्कल से पहले चैलेंज है. भाई क्या तूने कर रहा है, देश सेवा कौन करता है? So this is noble cause. हर कोई नहीं कर पाएगा. It cannot, everybody cannot open their heart for the society. Okay. Their objective is to serve society. Their objective is not to earn profit. Okay? Robin Hood army, वो बोलता है मैं रेस्टोरेंट से एक्सेस फूड लूंगा, उससे एक्सेस फूड लूंगा, उससे क्या मिलेगा? And they are serving to the down-to-earth people. They are serving to the marginalized people who are not having the twice meal a day. जिनके पास 2 बार मील खाने के लिए है ही नहीं. So you must be ready for the social cause. You have to be mentally balanced. You have to be mentally tough. Then only you can serve to society. अब challenges तो आपका अपने अंदर से स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. योर ओन फैमिली, योर ओन बच्चे, हो सकता है आपका बीबी, योर वाइफ, और वाइफ करेगा तो उसका हस्बैंड, वॉट एवर मे बी, चैलेंजेस तो वही स्टार्ट होगा. देन ओनली इफ यू विल पास दैट हर्डल, देन ओनली ही कैन सर्व सोसाइटी. बाकी तो है ये गवर्नमेंट प्रोवाइड करेगा. जब आपने आइडेंटिफाई होगा, गवर्नमेंट विल प्रोवाइड हेल्प टू यू. ये हमने सुने होगा ना, कौन सा है, अक्षय अक्षय पात्र, सुना होगा, मिड डे मील प्रोवाइड करता है, भूल गया उनका नाम, आप सुने होंगे. ही इज आस्किंग फॉर डोनेशन, आप दीजिए, हमने गरीब बच्चों को खिलाएंगे मिड डे मील. दे विल बी कॉल्ड अ सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर.
So there is another question. Shikha Puri has asked that, can you tell something more about Mudra scheme for small business entrepreneurs?
Okay. So this is another interesting scheme Government of India launched on 2016. So what happened? As your Prime Minister is from the very humble background, probably उनके मन में आया, मैंने भी एक स्टोरी सुना है, मैंने इसको बोलना चाहता हूं. मैंने जो आई केम टू दिल्ली, मैं दिल्ली आया. मैं पहले पढ़ा, मेरा ओखला गांव में था, मैं वहीं पे रहता था एज ए पीजी. तो मेरे बगल में एक वेजिटेबल लेंडर, वेजिटेबल सेलर थे, वेजिटेबल बेचते थे. एवरी डे ही वाज टेकिंग 1000 रुपीज फ्रॉम ए मनी लेंडर. हर दिन 1000 रुपया एक कोई मनी लेंडर से लेते थे, और एट द एंड ऑफ द डे उनको 1200 रुपीज रिटर्न करना है. उनको 1200 रुपीज रिटर्न करना, चाहे वो कमाए चाहे वो नहीं कमाए. उस 1000 रुपया लेके मंडी जाते थे, ओखला मंडी जाते थे, दिल्ली में ओखला मंडी है, वहां से वो वेजिटेबल परचेज करते थे, और एट द एंड 1200 रुपया उनको देना पड़ता था. इन द मीन टाइम किस दिन बारिश हो गया, किस दिन उसके वेजिटेबल सेल नहीं हो गया, एंड दैट डे मैंने खुद अपने आंखों से देखा. कई बार वो अपने वाइफ का जो गोल्ड ऑर्नामेंट को गिरवी रखना मजबूरी हुआ. फिर एट द एंड शाम हो जाए, 1200 रुपया उसको देना ही देना है, 200 रुपीज इंटरेस्ट देना ही देना है. वेजिटेबल बेचता था, वेजिटेबल सड़ गया, वेजिटेबल नहीं बिका, बारिश हो गया, whatever may be. So this kind of trauma was faced by our small traders, vegetable shopkeepers. So Government of India सोचा जे इनको हमने collateral free security दिया जाए. शुरू में तो they were hesitating, जे भाई इतने बड़ी लंबा लोन देंगे, ये तो NPA हो जाएगा. But interesting story. Lot of now the NPA is arising from the priority sectors. मुद्रा लोन से नहीं आ रहा है, ट्रेडर कमा रहा है, पैसा भी दे रहा सरकार को. आज रिजल्ट तो वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्बर्स्ड अराउंड 37 लाख करोड़ रुपीस, मैम, 37 लाख करोड़. very small NPAs generating from mudra loan. However, maximum NPAs generating from the agriculture sector. So it's a success story in India. Okay, sir.
I hope
sir. Hanji, Dr. Prathima will conclude, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your visionary insight on Startup India, Make in India, and social entrepreneurship. Your ideas, talk on such important topics have actually broadened our thinking and inspired action. A special thank you for sharing these success stories of companies under startup like Zomato, Big Basket, Battery Smart, Flipkart, and also the role of societal entrepreneurs in addressing societal challenges through sustainable business model. I'm sure together these movements pave the way for a self-reliant, inclusive, and forward-looking India. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, organizer, for giving me the opportunity to speak before you. Okay. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, organizer. Namaskaram.